Hello there, kids! It's another brand new day today. Let's rediscover fun and learn English together. Welcome to my English class. This is Sir Charles, your English teacher for today.
Make sure that you have already prepared your module, your answer sheet, and your ballpen. Text, text, text. Very often times you hear this word. You will actually have more of this. However, the text that you are going to study in this video lesson is different from the texting that you may probably do on cell phone. In the previous lesson, we started on identifying various text types according to structure and language features that include cause and effect, sequence or time order, problem solution, and compare and contrast. Now, what you will study here is another set of text types. As we go through with the varied activities in this lesson, it is expected that you will be able to identify the various text types according to purpose. You will be given exercises that will eventually lead you towards mastery of the following specific skills. Give the meaning of the so-called text types. Identify the various text types according to purpose, such as narrative text, persuasive text, and descriptive text. And the last one, foster to oneself the value of reading, particularly the various types of text according to purpose. So what are you waiting for? Let's start and enrich your vocabulary. Let us learn first the meaning of some unfamiliar words that you will encounter in the succeeding parts of this lesson. In this way, you can easily understand the concepts to be presented. First is text types. Text types are forms of written statements either in sentences or paragraphs composed of varied purposes. Second word is purpose. Purpose is the reason or intention for which the ideas are presented in written form. Third is digital screens. Digital screen is a display device which allows the user to interact with the computer by touching areas on the screen. Next is Internet. Internet is a global system of interconnected computer networks that uses the Internet Protocol Suite to communicate between networks and devices. So are you ready now for the first exercise? Here we go! It is important to determine how much you know about this topic. So, we will have a pre-test. Identify the word or idea being described. The choices are in the box that follows. Write the answers in your answer sheet. Here are the choices: text types, persuasive, narrative, purpose, descriptive. Blank is a text type intended to influence the reader. Blank is a text type which intends to describe. It uses the five senses. Blank are words or statements in written form which are of different forms because of varied purposes. It is a text that simply wants to tell a story, either factual or fictional. Last number, blank refers to the reason or intention for which the ideas are presented in written form. Here is the second part of the warm-up activity. Identify whether the text is narrative, persuasive, or descriptive. The roads are clear of traffic. Most stores and buildings are closed. People in the streets are few. Family members just stay at home. Frontliners are busy on their posts. People are sincere in praying for the ill people. The sky is smoke-free. The mountains are clear and smiling. The birds give happy chirps. That is the general atmosphere brought by the dangerous COVID-19 pandemic. Second paragraph. I strongly believe that everything will be back to normal. Scientists are trying their best to discover the vaccine for COVID-19. People still keep their faith that this pandemic is just a gentle reminder for us not to forget our Almighty Father. So, let us keep on fighting COVID-19. Let us strengthen our defense system against the coronavirus. Keep on praying that the old normal will be back soon. Be positive. Last paragraph. My friends, my sister, and I went on jogging last June 1. We trailed along a hilly road. It was the first time I got out of our house after almost 3 months due to community quarantine. We enjoyed the fresh air and the calm scenery of the place. It was tiresome yet relaxing as we perspired profusely. When we went back home, my mother served us a hot pancit and kamote cube for breakfast. So, how was the first challenge? Great! Smile, keep going, be engaged more, and enjoy the next activities waiting for you. Stop, look, and listen as we come now to the most important part of this video lesson. This part will give light as you go through the drills that are herein prepared for you. It is through reading that you get information. You can have enjoyment too in reading, thus forming it into hobby. From there, knowledge is acquired and memory is improved. That is how important reading is. And when reading, you are exposed to the so-called various text types according to purpose. Text types are forms of written statements, either in sentences or paragraphs, composed of varied purposes. Each type of text is written depending on the aim or intention of the writer. It is important to know the purpose of a written text to be able to understand it easily. Likewise, to easily get the main idea of the passage you are reading. Did you know that there are three types of text according to purpose? The first one is narrative text. We have the persuasive text, and the third one is the descriptive text. A narrative text is a type of text in which the writer aims to tell a story to the reader. Most oftentimes, it is intended to entertain. Here is an example of a narrative text written by Liza P. Arroyo. Last Sunday, we went family outing to a nearby city. We left at around 9 o'clock in the morning. We attended first a mass at the Basilica Church when we got there. There were many people who paid respect to Nuestra Señora de Peña Francia, the patroness of Bicol. From the church, we headed to the biggest shopping mall in the city for our lunch. We looked for Pinoy dishes, after which we enjoyably watched Filipino movie. My father looked for a Marikina-made leather shoes after leaving the cinema house. Apparently, my family patronizes our own Filipino products whenever we buy anything. At around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we rode a bus for home. What do you notice with the text? What does it tell? Great! It tells a simple story of an experience. Can you recall the elements of a story? Very good. Character, setting, and plot. Children, the sample narrative has the elements of character, setting, which means a place and time of occurrence, and development of the story, ending, and values. The story does not obviously show conflict or problem because of its simple plot, but it is still a story. This type of passage is what we call narrative text. The second type of text is a persuasive text. Persuasive text is intended to influence or to convince the reader. Here is an example of a persuasive text by Liza P. Arroyo. I learned from our science class that there is a great connection between the eyes and the brain. I believe that too much exposure to digital screens like cell phone causes headache. In my opinion, excessive use of gadgets can harm other body parts. Because of these, we should avoid prolonged use of multimedia devices. That is, if we value our health. Let us talk about this sample of persuasive text. What is the tone of the writer? You are right. She is convincing us to believe her ideas. So, do you believe on what she says? Why or why not? Notice these phrases that are used in the paragraph. Take note of I believe and in my opinion. They are expressions that show persuasion, along with there is no doubt, it is my belief that, believe me, and the like. While in the last part, how did she give her advice that could possibly influence the readers? Correct! Because of these, we should avoid prolonged use of multimedia devices. That is, if we value our health, she convincingly said. She is emphatic in using the word should. The third type of text, according to purpose, is descriptive text. Descriptive text is a type of expository text that uses the five senses: seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, and touching, so that the readers can easily understand what is being described. Here is a sample of a descriptive text written by Liza P. Arroyo. I like my new cell phone so much because it is digital, or the so-called smartphone. I cannot just text or call others, but I can also connect to internet. It is black and with medium size, just enough for me to hold it with ease. But last Saturday, my little sister got hold of it with her sticky hand. She was eating her favorite sweet ice cream. Suddenly, she dropped it, thus the soft bang on the floor. I couldn't afford to scold her. I just hugged with a smile my sweat-smelling yet adorable baby sister. Now let's talk about the descriptive text. Notice the words that are used to describe things or persons in the text. These words are digital, black, little, sweet, sweat-smelling, sweet, medium, sticky, soft, adorable. These words describe things or persons in the sample text. What do you call this part of a speech? Correct! They are called adjectives. So descriptive text makes use of describing words. Descriptive text uses descriptive words or describing words according to the five senses, such as seeing, smelling, hearing, tasting, and touching. So hopefully with our discussion, you will be able to distinguish the different text types based on purpose. That is what you are going to do in the following drills that follow. Activity number 1. Direction: match column A with column B. Write the letter of the correct answer in your answer sheet. Here are the answers. Number 1, intended to influence or to convince the reader. What is the correct answer? Correct. It's persuasive. Letter C. Number 2, aimed to tell a story which is either factual or fantasy, purposely written to entertain. What is your answer? The correct answer is narrative. Number 3, purposely to describe using the five senses. Your answer must be descriptive. Number 4, uses adjectives to show a clear view of what is being described. Your answer is descriptive. It's correct. Last number for this activity refers to different forms of text based on purpose or reason of writing it. And the correct answer is text types. Congratulations, kids! Job well done! Activity number 2. Answer the questions accordingly. Look at each drawing or picture that are related with the choices for every question. Write the letter of the correct answers on your answer sheet. Number 1. Which text is descriptive? A. Mia is a talented girl who knows how to sing beautifully. She has a golden voice. B. Try yourself to sing also. You will enjoy it. Letter C. Last Saturday, we watched an amateur singing contest. Number 2. Which sentence is persuasive? A. I have a new toothbrush at home. Letter B. Brush your teeth 3 times a day, just like me, or else they will decay. C. Toothpaste is needed in brushing teeth. Number 3. Which text is descriptive? A. The church is new and it is big. Letter B. Come on, let us go to the church. Letter C. Church is a place for praying. Number 4. Which text is narrative? Letter A. Buy a backpack rather than handbag. It can carry more things. Letter B. Mia's bag is pink. It is expensive. Letter C. I am happy because my mother bought me a new school bag last Saturday. Number 5. Which text is descriptive? Letter A. I have gone to Kagsawa ruins. Letter B. Mayon volcano is famous for its beautiful shape. Letter C. Come, let us visit Mayon volcano. You will surely love it. Number 1. Which text is descriptive? The correct answer is letter A. Mia is a talented girl who knows how to sing beautifully. She has a golden voice. Number 2. Which sentence is persuasive? The correct answer is letter B. Brush your teeth 3 times a day just like me, or else they will decay. Number 3. Which text is descriptive? The correct answer for this? The correct answer is letter A. The church is new and it is big. Number 4. Which text is narrative? The correct answer is letter C. I am happy because my mother bought me a new school bag last Saturday. Number 5. Which text is descriptive? The correct answer is B. Mayon volcano is famous for its beautiful shape. Congrats, kids! You got it! Activity number 3. Read the conversation that follows. Then, be able to answer the given questions about it. Write the answer in your answer sheet. I love books. Why, Ate Mia? Well, I simply like to read poems, stories, and anything, any variety of text. What do you mean by variety of texts? These are compositions that are written for different purposes. I know them. I heard you yesterday reading about narrative, descriptive, and what's the other one? Ah, persuasive text. Persuasive text. You are right. How did you know them? Well, I heard you reading them repeatedly yesterday. That's why. Oh, it's very nice of you, my baby sister. You see, reading is very important to us because we do not just get information when we read, but we can also find enjoyment in it. Just like you, I am going to do it also. Read, read, and read. Answer the questions about the conversation read. Write your answers in your answer sheet. Number 1. What are the three types of text mentioned in the dialogue? Number 2. What is the importance of reading according to Mia? Number 3. Do you agree with what Mia said that in reading, we do not just get information, but we can also find fun in it? What are the three types of text mentioned in the dialogue? Here is the answer: narrative, descriptive, and persuasive. Number 2. What is the importance of reading according to Mia? Care to share your answer? That's correct. Reading is important because it gives us information and enjoyment. Number 3. Do you agree with what Mia said that in reading, we do not just get information, but we can also find fun in it? Of course, yes. Activity number 4. Give the meaning of the highlighted words by completing the statement. Text types refer to blank. Here is the answer. Text types refer to forms of written statements which may be in sentences or paragraphs composed for varied purposes. Letter B. Identify the text form being described. Write persuasive text, narrative text, or descriptive text. Paragraph number 1. Now that our country is under quarantine, I make the most out of it. I stay home, but I make productive things. Last Monday, I surfed the DepEd Commons website and opened a video about a solar system. Yesterday, I played badminton with my big brother. I do household chores every day too. Second paragraph. A person who has common colds can be described as one with runny nose, teary eyes, and poor tasting tongue. Colds is contagious. A person who has it must be quick to cover his or her mouth when sneezing. Third paragraph. It is no doubt that proper hand washing can really make us free from disease infection. Experts tell us the essential use of soap and water. They kill the microorganisms brought by our hands. So, I always convince my little siblings to wash their hands even at times they are sleepy. Paragraph number 4. When I was still a kid, my cousins and I used to climb a big guava tree. It was there where we spent our time upon arrival from school. We enjoyed so much climbing there while eating ripe and sweet guava fruits. The vitamin C enriched fruit served as our afternoon snack. Paragraph number 5. We have pechay vegetables. They are green and healthy. There are bougainvillea too. Their flowers are of different colors. The soil is fertile. That is why the plants are abundant too. Here are the answers for the activity. Paragraph number 1, narrative text. Paragraph number 2, the answer is descriptive text. Paragraph number 3, persuasive text. Paragraph number 4 is an example of a narrative text. And paragraph number 5 is a descriptive text. Congratulations, kids, for a job well done. Keep it up. Here are some points to remember. Let us recall some important ideas about the lesson. It is through reading that you get information. You can also gain enjoyment in reading, thus forming it into a hobby. From there, knowledge is acquired and memory is improved. That is how important reading is. When a person writes, he or she has a purpose in writing the text. These aims or objectives may be to tell a story, which is a narrative, to influence or convince the reader, persuasive, or to describe using the 5 senses, which is descriptive. Hence, we have the so-called various text types based on purpose. So there you have it, kids. It's another day of fun and learning. See you on our next video lesson. Thank you. Keep safe, everyone.